world? My name is Nicholas Montez, and you're watching my YouTube channel, Nicholas Montez. Welcome back to another YouTube channel video, everybody. I'm so excited to have y'all back here together again. In today's video, we're going to be discussing a new movie called, well, not really a new movie, but we're going to be starting a new series called Journey to Sing 2, where I review Illumination films that I have not seen. And I was supposed to start with Despicable Me, or at least Hop last week, but this week we're starting on the Lorax. And with that said, let's get started. And for me, I'm gonna say this real quick. I honestly enjoyed this movie. Now, it's not a great movie. There are some flaws. But for the good, I would probably say the best thing about the movie is probably the animation style. Really, in the whole world, whole world that Dr. Seuss created, well, obviously this is an adaptation of Dr. Seuss's story. It's not a movie directed by him, because that would be weird, because Dr. Seuss died long before he created this, long before this movie was created. And that every detail in this world reminds you of a movie, or at least a story that Dr. Seuss created. Whether it's the walking fish, reminds you of Cat in the Hat. Whether it's the trees, they remind you of those flowers that had that speck on it in Horton Hears a Who. Or really just that old man in that old house reminds you of The Grinch, which is a movie in 28 that came out a couple of years after the Lorax. And so I thought the world was very interesting, and I also just thought it was a very beautiful world, and I thought it was very beautiful and pretty colorful, I would say. Not very beautiful, but just colorful. Another thing I really liked was the Lorax, Robert De Niro. Honestly, no, not Robert De Niro. I meant Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito is like an actor that, like, you can put in anything and he'll work in it. And honestly, Danny DeVito is just one of those roles. He fits in the movie. Granted, we don't get a lot of him, which we'll talk about that when we get into the bad, but I thought his performance was pretty okay. And the relationship between the old man at the end was pretty funny. And you know, it's kind of one of those stories where a guy wants to impress a girl and does something for her. And that kind of relates to me, you know. I'm not saying I have a crush on anybody, but there's certain people there's certain girls I'm friends with that if it's like their birthday or something, I probably want to get them something. Granted, I never really did that because I don't think I have the time, or I don't know. I just never really thought about doing it like that, but it's a thought I've been wanting about doing. But yeah, I also thought it actually had an emotional character arc for that old man as he went through this story where he was basically just cutting down trees, and yeah, so I thought it was an emotional story. And also, another funny thing is that the guy with the baby guy with the short hair, there was this video that I saw that one of my friends made. He made him look like someone at school. And I could not stop thinking about it because it's so accurate, because it literally looks like that person. I'm not going to say who it is, but if you know, if you follow some girl on Instagram and you saw that story, or at least on TikTok, you know who I'm talking about. But yeah, that was like, I kept watching it, and it's like I kept thinking about what that girl posted. Like, that was just hilarious. And that's really all I have to say about the good on this one. Now let's move on to the bad. And the first thing you gotta talk about with this movie is that as the movie is called The Lorax, and the Lorax is the main character, well, at least the title character, the Lorax isn't really present in this movie as much as the other characters are. And to me, that's kind of disappointing when you're doing a movie about a certain character. Like, he's in the story, but he's not really in it all that much. And to me, it doesn't really make sense in the way they're telling that story. because it's just focusing on other stuff with this guy trying to impress a girl to get a tree, but then it deals with this other story. Like, it just does not make sense. And I really wish we could have dived deep into his protection of his guardian of the forest plot line, but I don't know. It was just a thing I didn't really enjoy. But the story was really just the thing that kind of bothered me, because it's like, why are we dealing with all these other characters when we could have been when we're supposed to be watching the Lorax? So it just did not make sense to me. But overall, I enjoyed the movie a good bit. It's not the greatest Illumination movie ever, but it's enjoyable enough. So that's my ranking, not ranking. That's my review for the Lorax. Before I give my final score, be sure to comment down below. What are your thoughts on the Lorax? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it, or right in between? Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. With that said, let's get on with my scores. Alright, so that's it for my scores. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My Instagram is Marvel6 and my TikTok name is RollinFan. If you guys don't understand those names, head to my back section so you can follow me on all social medias. I'm also on Letterboxd. It's the same name as my Instagram, _6_, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.